part of building the top line is to get the horse to get off of their forehand and to engage their entire back and to be able to maintain a nice and even circle. Now, you can do it at a walk, that's one way, and then you do it at a trot. Now, some horses will have one side that's worse than the other. Now, I want to show you just that point. So, I'm working over here. Now I'm going to go on. This is the clockwise way. And if you'll notice, I'm going to ask her to get on more of a rounded circle. And she's just kind of falling in. So I'm using inside leg to push her out of the circle. Because we're working on building up her rib cage, and she's going to have to actually reach up, and I'm using my leg to do that. And so it's button number 2 until she kind of arches out. Now I'm using indirect pressure on my inside hand, and I'm also kind of holding her with direct pressure on the outside. So there we go. So using a side pull, I'm going to kind of pull a little bit low because now she's working. She's starting to, oh wow, she's starting to kind of arc up. Ready? And I'm actually reaching up and underneath. There we go. Reaching up with button number 2 into her rib cage and kind of opening her up. There we go. And this is much easier for me to do with a side pull sometimes because I get a release that's a little faster, but I can put also a little bit more pressure on it without worrying that I'm really like yanking on their mouth. And she's starting to get the balance idea. So that was with both sides. We're starting to get a better balance. So you'll notice how right now, if I just let her on her own, she's hollowed out, but she's starting to get that idea. But she's still more outside leg driven on a small circle. So now I'm going to tip her nose in by using that direct rein on the inside. And I'm also going to use that button number 2. So I'm going to start spiraling her out. There you go. Spiral, spiral. And that's, there you go. Spiral, spiral. And that's picking up that rib cage and opening it up and pushing her to the side. So there we go. So we had to slow down to a walk to do that, but that's okay. To a walk to do that, but that's okay. Let's try it again. So she hollows, she hollows. Okay, now I tip the nose in, direct rein pressure. Tip the nose in, and you get it forward. There we go. There we go. She did a little bit of a side pass and she's picking up a little. There we go. So that's working off of inside button number 2. So I'm not really trying to lift the shoulders or the hindquarters. I'm trying to lift the whole horse sideways so she gets the idea of the art. There we go. There we go. See, she got it really quickly. Now we just kind of have to build on that. So that is using inside leg. But I'm using inside leg to help with the overall arc. So this is the foundation too. And then have a nice arc. Right now, see, she is facing out. See that? I will change that. I need to bring her in and off my inside leg. There you go. See, she's slowing down, but she's getting the idea. There we go. And I release. When she gives me a good step like that, I'll release. Let's pick it back up. There we go. I'm actually asking her to push up into it. Push up. Now, put your nose in. There we go. Inside leg, push out. Inside leg, push out. And release. Release hands, release everything. So, it's one of those building exercises that that's what trainers do. And we work in circles for a really long time. And I'll sit there and I'll do these same sort of things now for the next 20-30 minutes. But you kind of getting an idea. We're going towards a much more advanced sort of building that top line and starting to get her into collection. And so I'm doing it bitless, so I'm basically saving her mouth and getting her to really work off of her nose. And I'm not using spurs, I'm not using a whip, and we're doing it all just off of nose pressure. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed the video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And remember, to see more, check out our playlist. We got all kinds of playlists. There's something for everybody in there.